Hello, I welcome you all to today's tutorial. This is Rebecca Fembu. So in today's tutorial, we'll be designing a logo for Nathan's business. So let's quickly get started. Okay, so we have to change the background for this, the background color. So we go on where it says color just here on the first one. Okay, select like that. So let's use, okay, let's make it a little bit dark like that. Okay. So if those would want to use the exact one, so this is the one that I've used. So this is it. This is the X number for the color in case you want to use the exact color that I've used. Okay, so the next thing is we have to bring in a text like this. So we're going to bring in a text. We just write N in capital like that, just a capital N like that. Okay. Let's change the font by clicking on the capital A there at the bottom. Then you select like that. You scroll to your right, and then look for where it says font. Select font like that. Then let me use this one. Okay, I'll use this. Okay, like that. Then from there, we have to put it on the middle to ensure that this thing is on the middle. So we have to go to where it says relative position. So you click relative position, then you select the mid one like that. Okay, so we select the mid one. Then the next thing is we are going to go on the layers, then so that we'll be able to lock, to avoid our work being distorted. Okay, so from there, well, let's select the same and then add some stroke. So go to scroll to your right until you find where it says stroke. So we're going to add the stroke volume. Okay, you enable it, then you scroll. We'll use black. Then let's just increase the stroke volume to about 10. Okay, like that. So we're done. Then you click on the top left corner again. On the top left corner, on the plus icon, so that we bring in a shape. So we click on shape. So we are going to add the circle. Then you select there, select a circle like that. So this circle that we're going to use can just increase the size like that. So let's see the size that I've used so far. Let's use a size of 65. Okay, so we're going to change the color to this one to be the same color that we used for the stuff. Then you go to the stroke, you enable it, and then change it to black, and then just increase it into 5 like that. Okay, so you've seen that this one is on top. What we had to bring in has gone down. So you select on the layers like that, so that we bring the one on top. So by clicking on these dots here, on the dots on these, you just press and hold. You press and hold so that you bring it down like that, so it will come down like that. Okay, so this same circle, we also have to put it on the middle by going to relative position. You select relative position like this. Okay, so you do this, then you select the middle one like that. Okay, so we are moving well. Then you go to the layers again. We go to the layers. As you go to the layers, we lock this one also. Then we continue like that. So the next is we have to start adding in things now. So we can see that on the left it's not well aligned. So let's see how we can align it better and ensure that everything is well aligned. Okay, so let's see. Okay, the end wasn't aligned. Okay, so this is better now. So let's just try to push it a little bit up, but it will still be on the center. Okay, just like that. So the next is we are going to bring in some shapes so that to be able to merge them and then erase the color so that to have certain effects that we are looking for. Okay, so let's go to shapes like that. So the color of the shape, we're going to use black. Then we just reduce the size, like something which will fit from just from here. If you've noticed, there is this space here, this space which I want to cover with some small shapes. So this same shape is the one which we are going to use, but now we're putting it on the right. This is where our effect will be, on the right. So let's put it like this, just like this. We reduce like this, then we are going to put something small just there, something which will start fitting from there like this. So in order for you to do something like minus it being distorted, or you want it to be well aligned, you're supposed to turn on the grids, and then the grids are these ones here. You click on the grids, then this comes, then you select this again, so that you select, you want to put it in the way that it should be. So like I would want it to be, you set there, and then we bring this other one again somewhere here. This will guide us, say okay, this is where I have to end. Okay, so we can now, like when we put it there, it will guide us at okay, this is where I want to end. Then you can design properly and then put it there like this. Okay, so we can put it there like that, then we're good to go. Okay, so let's now push it a little to the right so that it doesn't extend, just has to be within. Okay, again a little to the left. Okay, it has to move again to the left, just a little bit more. Okay, so in order for this to fit properly, let's make changes to the circle and increase its stroke volume. So we go to stroke, then we increase the stroke volume uh, to 7 like that. Okay, then we can now come back to the shape and then move it to the left so that it will fit properly like that. This is what we wanted. So we can copy this same one, and as we copy it like that, so just drag it using the pixels. Let's use a pixels of 20. So we bring it also just down here, same position. Okay, let's just bring it there as well. Okay, just like that. So we have to just bring it a little to the, okay, like that. So let's continue, and so from here we are going to bring in another shape by clicking on the plus icon like that. So you select the plus icon, you bring in the shape, a shape now which will be in white. So this shape, we are going to do this, we are going to put it here just on the middle there, so to erase that color where the other one is ending. You start from there just like that. You just want to remain with the top part like that. So then we just push it a little to the left to ensure that it's well aligned. Okay, like that. So let's copy, we copy this same shape. We've copied it like that, then we drag it and bring it also just down, just ensure that it is well aligned. I repeat, like I said, you are supposed to use the grid so that it will guide you. So you can see here on this shape, let's align it properly so that it will be well positioned like that. Okay, so and then we drag it to the right a little so that it will be placed inside. Okay, then a little just below. Okay, well aligned. Then we drag this one. you shouldn't be worried about where this one is ending. There's no problem. So the white one where it's ending, so let's bring it down because we're going to erase the color. Okay, so we check. So if you want to see properly, because we are on white there, you can even just change the color like this so that you see that, okay, you are aligning your work properly in case you do not want to use the grids. Okay, so let's push to the right again, just one by one pix. Then we okay, I used yes, somewhere there. Then so from there, after we align it properly, you just check if it is well aligned. Is it going to be the same size like the other one? You just use the grids and then see how it's going. Then we change this one to white. Okay, it has to go back to white. So after doing this, you just check if it's well aligned or not. Okay, so we can see that there also, like we just have to push a little to the left, and this one also just one by one pix to the right. Okay, so the next now is merging everything. So you go where it says on the layers, you select the layers like that. So on the layers, when you click there, you select on this icon here so that you select what you want. So we press like that, then we tick on all the shapes. Here we're using all the shapes. Then we are going to merge them by selecting on this one there on the third icon. Okay, so we merge like that. It would even ask you, are you sure you want to merge the selected object? So we'll press on OK. We press like that. Okay, so meaning it has become as one object now. Then you go to where it says erase color. You click on erase color like that. So let's increase the tolerance. Okay, like you can just finish it like that. Then the smooth edges, like if you increase, meaning you can see that it's turning to be blurred. So let's just even use the smooth edges of 3 like that. So we are okay like that. Then the next is we are going to start adding effects to this one now. So let's reduce the size. Okay, let's reduce the size to what we've done, being just on 80 like this. So let's go back to where it says erase color again, so that on the smooth edges we just leave it on 0 like that. Then we centralize this one on the middle like this. Okay, so from the other thing that we have to apply now is you go to where it says draw. We are going to draw something, so you select draw, then the same color black, then the pen size, we are going to use a pen size of 40 like that. So let's draw pen size of 40. Then you just select there like that, then you select here also like this. So we are just adding effects to our logo. So if you want to move it properly, so we can do this. We can undo, go to your logo, to your draw, I mean. Then we just on draw, we just put one, and the other one we just copy it and then place it on the side that we want to put. So you can just do that. Then can position it like this properly, like that. Just ensure that I to have the same, like I to be on the same, like. Okay, so just ensure you position it well. Or you can also use just a shape, making a circle, and then you reduce the size, or you can just draw either ways. So, or if not, copying this and then start dragging it, you just use the same one for drawing. You just touch where the pen size you've selected where it's supposed to be, and then you just place it there like that. Then you'll be good to go with your design. Okay, so the next is just to check now if everything is well aligned or not before we start changing colors and everything. So like this, we are good to go. This is how our logo is going to look, but we're not yet done. So we just have to merge these again. So we select all, and then we merge. Okay, we merge like that. Okay, so after we merge like this, we are now going to add some more effects to this. Okay, so let's go to where it says emboss, just at the end here, and then we enable it. Do not worry about it being distorted like that. So this just shows the size used. So let's reduce. Okay, on 50 it has accepted. Okay, we put it on the middle like that. Okay, then we go back to the same emboss, and then we finish. So depending on how you want it to be, like how it will look nice according to yourself, like how it's appearing. I'm sure you're able to notice the effects, like just by rotating like this. Okay, so I'll use the 343. The index, like can either reduce like this or increase. So I'll just increase to 80. Then the ambient light also, you can also increase or decrease just like that, depending on how you want it to be. So let's just increase this one. Then the specular hardness, like if you increase it, you've seen what's happening to a shape. If you reduce it, you've seen what's happening. So let's play around this and ensure that the color will look the same, like from inside and outside. So let's leave it on 49 there. The bevel also, like if you reduce, this is what will happen to it. If you increase, this is what will happen to it. So let's just use the bevel of 49 like that as well. Let's see. Okay, yes, even just 40 like that. So let's go back to this. Said we'll use 349. So let's see how it will look on the others. Okay, so let's just use 318 like this. So when we reach here, we are now going to start changing colors and see which one is going to work. Either you add color as a texture or use a color depending on how the business wants it to be. So let's just change the background depending on how you want it to be. So okay, let's go to where I saved it. So we'll use this kind, then like this. So you can see that it's appearing like this, but this is not the outcome that we want to end up with. So we select the same object, we change its color first. We're going to use yellow like that. Then you can see like this. We're not yet done, so let's just try reducing the size and see to it that okay, let's use a size of 40 relative position. Then we just move it a little bit up like that. Then we are going to we are not yet done, but we'll get back to it. Let's just write the business name like that. So for example, like we said that this is Nathan's business, we just write business like that. Okay, then we just leave it there, and then we have to change the font and see which color will be suitable for this one. Okay, so let's go to where it says font. First we'll change the font. Okay, we use this font Gotham black. Then we go to relative positioning, then we put it on the middle. Before that, okay, let's just reduce the size a little. even just to to 33 like that. Then relative position, put it on the middle like that. And this one also we'll drop it a little bit just below like that. Then we are good to go. So this business name, we can add some emboss to it, change color, anything depending on what we want to do to it. So you can see it. If we add some emboss, it will appear like that. Then if you want the bevel also to be there like that, it will be like that, or you reduce the bevel size depending on how you want it to be. So we can just leave it like that, nothing's business. If at all want to use such a color, then we go back to our to our object again, like the shape that we created. So we can go back to emboss and ensure that it's just looking presentable. It was on 318. Okay, like that. Then we go back to intensity. You increase it or you reduce it, like so. I prefer we increase it like that. The ambient light, if you reduce it, this is how the design is going to look. So others may also prefer that their wake has to be like this, or you increase the ambient light like to 200, depending on how you want it to be. The specular hardness, if you reduce it to be like that, if you increase to be like that. So depending on how you want your work to be. Even on the bevel also, if you want, you can reduce like that, or you can increase like that. So depending on how you want it to be. Yes, so this is it, and then we'll be good to go. So the next is just saving your work and then ready for submission to your client. Okay, so this is it. So let's just save it as project. I just saved it as NN. Okay, there's already one which I saved like that. So just save the same one, just making changes to it. So you can see the final copy which I made, which is here. So as you follow through, you'll be able to come up with something like this. And this is how you can come up with a logo using Pixellab, just using the tools and just changing the background like this. Thank you for following, and remember to keep practicing.